Right, hi everyone. So today we're going to be learning about partial fraction decomposition, which is basically turning a fraction that both the numerator and denominator are polynomials into a sum of polynomials or fractions with simpler denominators, which is going to help us integrate fractions that we usually cannot integrate. So we're going to start with an example, and it's going to be the integral of 3x minus 1 over x squared times x squared plus 25 dx. Alright, so first of all, we have to check if we can simplify any of these expressions. X squared plus 25 cannot be factored, so it's going to have to be counted as an unsimplifiable factor. So first of all, we're going to put the integral of a over x, because x squared is a repeated factor, so first you have to put a over x, and then plus b over x squared, because you always put the first factor and then the second factor and so on if there's more. And then because x squared plus 25 is has an x squared, we're going to have to put cx plus d over x squared plus 25 and dx. Always put parentheses around the integrand. Alright, so now this is basic algebra. We have to multiply the numerator by what is missing from the common denominator. So the common denominator here is going to be x squared times x squared plus 25. So the a is missing an x and then x squared plus 25. So we're going to multiply the a by that. And then we have our b, which is missing an x squared plus 25, so it's going to be b times x squared plus 25. And then the cx plus d is simply missing an x squared, so we're going to put cx plus d times x squared. So now all that is left to do is just FOIL. So we are going to FOIL this, and we're going to get, for the x times x squared plus 25 is going to be x to the third power plus 25x. So it's going to be ax to the third power plus 25ax. And then for our b, it's just simply going to be bx squared plus 25b. And then for cx plus d is going to be, we FOIL the x to the x squared, and it's going to be cx to the third power plus dx squared. And we're going to set all of this equal to the actual denominator in our original function, which is 3x minus 1. Alright, so now we have to set our coefficients in the front equal to the coefficients in the front on the original numerator. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some colors and underline my x's to the third power, which are a and c. So we're going to have that a plus c is equal to 0. And then for my x's squared, I have a b and I have a d. So I'm going to have b plus d equals 0 as well, because we don't have an x squared factor. And then for our x, we have 25ax. I'm going to put another color. 25ax. So we're going to set the 25a equal to 3. Right? And then we have lastly our 25b, which is equal to negative 1. Alright, so now that we have this, we're going to go ahead and solve for our variables. So we can naturally say that a is equal to 3 over 25. And then we can say that b is equal to 1 over 25. And then we're going to go ahead and plug those numbers in to get our c and our d variables. So we have that 3 over 25 plus c is equal to 0. So we have that our c equals negative 3 over 25. And then for our d, we're going to do the same thing. We have 1 over 25 plus d equals 0. So we have that our d equals negative 1 over 25. So now that we have these variables, we're going to go ahead and write it in the integral again. So we have the integral of what was a before, which is 3 over 25 over x, plus what is b now, which is 1 over 25 divided by x squared, plus our c, which is negative 3 over 25 x, plus our d, which is negative 1 over 25, and all of this is divided by x squared plus 25. Alright, so now that we have this, we're going to go ahead and integrate, but first we would want to simplify, right? So we have that this is equal to the integral of 3 over 25x plus 1 over 25x squared minus 3 over 25x minus 1 over 25, and all of this divided by x squared plus 25 dx. So now we see that from a very complicated integrand that was 3x plus 1 over x squared times x squared plus 25, we get something that we can easily integrate. So we're going to go ahead and integrate now. So we have that our first integrand, which is 3 over 25x, we are going to set our u equal to 25x, and our du will equal 25. So we're going to get 3 over 25,
the natural log of x.
Alright, so for our second integrand, we have the integral of 1 over 25x squared. So we're just going to make this equal to 1 over 25 times x to the negative second power. So we're just going to raise by the power, divide by the power, and get, as to the final answer, which is going to be negative 1 over 25x. Alright, so for our third integrand, what we're going to do, because we had 3 over 25x minus 1 over 25 and everything divided by x squared plus 25. So we are going to divide it into 2. So we're going to have first negative 3 over 25x. No x. It's negative 3 over 25 times x over x squared plus 25. And then for our second part, we're going to have negative 1 over 25 times 1 over x squared plus 25. We're going to make the 25 equal to 5 squared dx. And then for the first part, what we get is just simply the natural log. So we have negative 3 over 50, the natural log of x squared plus 25. And then our second one is the arctan formula. So we're going to get negative 1 over 125 arctan of x over 5, of course, plus c. So all this huge thing is going to be our final answer for this partial fraction decomposition problem. Alright, so thank you for watching, and bye.